All right, it is 21 September. I spent most of the last 2 days clearing all this area out. This was all the shelving that had all the homebrew supply store stuff on it. Got all that stuff moved to the other side of the barn. These two shelves cleared out. Most of the stuff off this shelf. None of that's garage sale stuff. So got it all moved over here. And in the garage sale area. So we got all our garage sale stuff over here, but all these racks here, 2, 4, 6, and the 7th one over here are all that homebrew supply stuff that we got moved over here. So hopefully this is its final home until it sells or gets thrown in the trash, one of the two. So at any rate, that's what we spent the last 2 days doing, is getting all this stuff moved. So now I can start building walls over here to define the bedrooms. This shelf right here is going to stay where it's at because it's going to be inside Lori's closet. Lori's closet is going to be between this beam right here and the door. So that's going to be left there in her closet. All right, it's 27 September 2025. You'll notice we got some black iron pipe in here for the gas line. The gas company came and they set the meter, and the gas guy came out, our certified gas plumber came out and hooked up our water heater. They inspected it, certified it, so we're good to go there. I got this wall built here. This is going to be the wall between my room and Lori's room. Got one piece of sheathing up. This is going to be the color she's going with. So we're putting up more sheathing here. Then of course we'll insulate that and put up another thing of sheeting for the inside. So this morning I got the mini splits hooked up and working, and this one started leaking. And so I opened it up and I tried rerouting the drain line, and so far it is not leaked anymore. I got a tissue up there. You can see it's still dry. So I think I got that fixed. Because yeah, that's not good. So you can also see we got our black iron pipe coming in there, our shutoff valve and our gas line hooked up to our space heater here. Again, that's good to go. They had to play around with this stuff. It leaked a little bit here and there, and so they had to keep doing it until they got it right. And of course on the outside, this is where it comes through for the heater. It goes down, goes all the way down over there to where the meter is set. I'll show you that. Also, since last update, I put the third line set in a cover, and I ran cover across most of this. I used up all the cover I had to do the horizontal sections here. I cut and I redid this line. It was coming out like this and then coming back in. And I redid it to where it just comes over in a 90. And then, of course, did all my pressure checks again and buttoned this up. So we got this running just today and got all 3 mini splits running, making sure they're working okay. You can see we got water coming out here. It's the noisiest road in the world, I swear. I hate this road noise. At any rate, I got the meter set and the gas meter, and we're hooked up. So we're good to go. All right, it is 2 October 2025. We got the sheathing up here. This is going to be the east wall of Lori's room. I also put in a two-way switch over there. It goes up and across and over to here so that we can turn lights on and off. And so doing a little bit of work on her room. And then we got some sheathing over here that's painted, ready to go up once I poke holes for outlet boxes. But we got the wall between my room and Lori's room done with the insulation in there, the outlets in over here. This is the second layer of insulation on, and I'm getting ready to put the third layer of insulation on. And of course, we got our outlets done. So moving along. All right, it's 3 October. I've got the 2x4 wall built, which will be the fourth wall on my master bedroom. I did want to point out this weird thing over here. And the reason for that is I've got this plate right here that sticks up. It's got a big bolt on it besides just the plate. And it's got big bolts here that stick out. So I can't really put 2x4s up against me that's flush. So what I did was I've got this board here. And this stud here is cut to where it's only going to come down to here. It's going to clear this plate. And then my footer here on this wall is cut to where it doesn't go over this plate. So these pieces here, I've got a 4.5 or 4.25 inch gap here. This is basically a 4.25 inch gap here. I've got two studs and then a piece of 3/4 inch and 7/16 OSB in there, and that makes up the difference. So again, none of this stuff is structural. This is just to kind of hold it all in place. And then I've got this board right here is just tacked down to keep that, when I stand the wall up, to keep that 2x4 from flopping around and coming loose. So once it's up, then I'll take that plate off. So at any rate, that's it's kind of what we're doing to get around these big brackets. All right, 3 October. One of the silly things I've collected is all these styrofoam containers. Some of my meds come in containers during the summer to keep them from melting. So I got all these. I got them up on Marketplace for like $2 a piece. I've sold a couple to people that were looking to make cat shelters or whatever. But at any rate, I had a guy email me, said, "Hey, how many do you have?" I said, "I don't know, 20 or more. How many do you need?" And he said, "Well, I don't know. I was just thinking about buying them and using them for insulation in my barn." And I'm like, ding, the light came on in my head. So I jumped on the Lowe's website and looked up how much a sheet of insulation, foam insulation cost. And guess what I'm using? So I'm cutting them up and putting them here to fill up the gap between my rafters and my walls where it was hard to get insulation because of this board here is part of the barn, the purple one there. So at any rate, I'm going to get me a bunch of cheap insulation and also get rid of all these stupid coolers that I got.